Welcome back to Technology Review. I'm your host, Mac Jackson Jr. You can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Technology Review TV. Remember to give us a thumbs up. Twitter.com/Mac Jackson Jr. Also, you can go to my website at macjacksonjr.com. In this segment, we call it the Business Spotlight. In the Business Spotlight, we talk about how can businesses protect their assets, which is their data, from cyber crimes. Question for business owners out there: what is the biggest cybersecurity threat to your business? What is it? The biggest cybersecurity threat? It's not what you think. The biggest threat to cybersecurity, to your business, that is the business itself. The businesses are not mapping cybersecurity to their bottom line. That's right, they're not mapping to the bottom line. We've all heard the statement, it isn't a matter of if, but it's a matter of when. Well, businesses are saying it's a matter of if. They're not taking the when into consideration. And it is happening a lot to companies. It could be through their own fault, through not training of their employees, old computer systems, and alike, but it does happen. So what this means is that companies are they're being more reactive than a proactive business when it comes to cyber. Being proactive in cyber means that a company understands the importance of having adequate cyber security policies in place in their business and making sure that they are anticipating any kind of damages to their assets, to their business. They'll be able to take action. That's why we have our show, and that's what my company does, is to help companies understand their role in the matter of cyber and how to protect their business, to become more proactive in their business. Yes, this is an HR issue as well, folks. Yes, it is. HR issue also. In human resources, that's where the bulk of information and data regarding your employees are stored. Sensitive, personal, identifiable information of your employees. That data needs to be protected. Having proper cybersecurity policies in place will ensure that information and mitigate any future damages that can happen from cyber crimes and identity theft. So it's best to be a proactive business. When you measure the losses of a cyber breach and how it affects the company, there can be lots of different damages that can happen. For one, you could have a company can suffer financial losses, reputational damage to the company, and of course legal entanglements. Financial losses from fines and penalties they have to pay, reputational damages where customers will think, is this company really safe to do business with? And also legal entanglements, meaning that their customers and all the legal entanglements they have to go through trying to get their company back online. Cybersecurity is not just an issue that affects the IT departments in an organization. It affects the company's bottom line. Become more proactive. Another question for you. Would you know if you were under a cyber attack? Good question. Would you know if you're under a cyber attack? Would you know, and how would you know? Would you know because a customer said something to you that they think their credit card was used in your organization? Would you know if information about your customers were exposed to your competition? Maybe it's a recipe or your business plans as well exposed to your competition. These are sort of things you should be concerned with. This information is what cyber hackers and thieves are trying to get from your company, and it's information from your business. Because, folks, information is the new currency. And here in Las Vegas is a #1 city for cyber attacks, especially with ransomware. Ransomware is definitely an intense malware form that locks up your computer using CryptoLocker, rendering your laptop or workstation useless until a ransom is paid. The criminals on the other side are absolutely extortionists, but people have paid this money in order to have their data back. They have done things like maybe back up their data and end up backing up the ransomware as well, hence having the same thing happen to them again. It's important that you have a complete plan set up if you lost your data in your organization. How long could you be down with data in your system where you didn't have access to emails? Something to think about, folks. We take this for granted, something we can look at. So my question for you is, how can you operate your business? And how can your business be on top of this cyber threat? Well, one of the best ways, folks, I can recommend for you is to join our Protection Connection community. Yes, that's right, folks. be involved and stay aware of all the updates that are happening. My company, MJ Computer Concepts, compiles information that we have obtained from law enforcement and IT organizations, and we put this information together with our experience as programmers and hackers to you to show you ways to protect your business from cybercrimes and identity thefts. We do this with presentations to large organizations and individual on-site training with your employees to show them their responsibilities and where to look for vulnerabilities within their organization. But I also want to give you some free advice as well. If you have a chance to write these down, please do. There are some tips and techniques I'd like to share with you today on ways you can protect your business from cybercrimes and identity theft. 1, make sure you have a strong password within your organization and at home on your routers and on all of the websites that you visit. Strong passwords are very important. Stay tuned in segment 3. We'll show you some software and techniques, a way to save these passwords. 2, make sure you have installed antivirus software on all your smart devices. Never plug a smart device into your laptop or desktop to charge it. Folks, just because a USB drive there and you want to plug in your smartphone to get that extra battery life, plug it into a wall outlet. It's better for you and it's more secure than plugging into your laptop, because if your phone is affected or compromised, that is where malware can be transferred from your phone to your laptop or your desktop. And hackers are looking for new ways to expose or compromise your information. Smartphones now, smart devices, are the next level of attacks. Keep your antivirus software updated all the time, making sure it's updated. Lock down information on social media. Make sure you don't have anything out there on social media that's personal identifiable information that can directly link back to you and information that you shouldn't be sharing. And of course, folks, never put personal identifiable information on any of your correspondence in your emails, such as social security numbers, credit card numbers, any sort of numbers that can uniquely identify an individual. And you know, there are companies now that are going back to using fax machines because of the security behind it. So just keep those things in mind. These are just a few things we have, and it all comes down to the policies within your organizations. You have to have proper policies and procedures set up, and with these policy procedures, you must have your employees trained as well. In other words, every 6 months, have your employees trained. Here's a statistic for you as well. There was a study done recently. There was a study done recently by a company called ESEC. And in this research study, they asked adults about when was the last time they had any training relating to cybersecurity. 93% of them, of the American adults, said that they haven't had any training related to cybersecurity when they work for a corporation or a company. 93%. My question to you is, are one of these employees yours who haven't had any training? They're not understanding how cybersecurity works. Now, of course, we understand the software, how to run the software. Sure, that's fine. But what about the security, folks? And I don't mean just data security. I also mean the physical security of your office and location. A lot of us are just given a key and a pass key to enter a building, but we need to know what happens if there's a fire, how do we exit out of the building for our safety and security, and also we need to know about how to save our data and make sure it's protected the right way. The last one I'll give you on this list here, folks, is have shredders within your company. That's right. If any personal identifiable information you have relating to your employees or customers, after that information is adjudicated, if you would, and you've finished your transaction, that information should be shredded. So make sure you have shredders in your company, or have a trash bin where paper information is locked up, and it can be sent out by shredding companies. These are some of the things I'd recommend you do. Definitely find out more information. Contact my office at 702-868-0808 or on my website at macjacksonjr.com, and we'll be definitely glad to talk to you about some of the things that your organization should have to protect your business and your employees within your business. To definitely learn more, you can also send me a text message. Text my name, M-A-C-K, that's text M-A-C-K to 444-999. That's 444-999, and you'll receive information about cybersecurity from Technology Review. We'll be back, folks, right after these important messages.